I'd like to take this chance to apologize. Absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast.
BillBoard's in the building. What's good?
What's going bar for bar?
Shouts out to the things, man.
Let's get it.
What's good?
Hondo up in this piece.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out.
What's up?
Wake up the neighbors. I ain't got my clock, man.
I
You gotta
got you,
hold
man.
it down today,
you,
man. Wake up the neighbors. What's good?
Hey, you already
What's
know.
going
I'm
down,
talk
man?
like you too, brother.
I ain't got it today. I forgot my.
Yeah.
Hey man, Power's in the building early,
What's
man. What's
good?
goody, man?
Salute
Hey,
to
if you don't know where you
Skandalous
at, man,
Club.
we at Fresh Out, man, the best hip hop show in the
Fresh
world.
Out.
Craig,
In the world.
Bebo P's in the building. J Kim's coming on here in a minute, but salute to the Podfather too, holding it down. I think he might be in the chat doing
Podfather.
something. I don't know what he's doing.
Shout out to the Podfather.
Podfather's in there. Hold up, man. Let me play the music.
Oh, you
real
got- you
quick.
got the music
Hold on,
tonight.
hold on.
All
I
right,
got the
all right.
music. Hold on. Ashy Knuckles swag. What's good?
It's all goody.
Hey man, Bebo was in the building. What's goody? You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
shout out to y'all. Salute and welcome. You ain't got to wipe your feet when you step into our casa.
Man.
Just go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We
Facts.
appreciate y'all for joining the world's most dangerous podcast. Iceberg, how you feeling, man?
I'm
What's up?
goody,
What's
man.
good,
Like I
Darren?
said, man, Darren Harris is in the building. Let me get a little shout outs, man. I got Trigger Trey's up
Trey.
in here, man. He's saying what's going down. Of course, man, Miss Lisa's in here. She's saying, hello, boys.
What's good, Lisa?
Of course, man. Our guy KB is in here, man, with
Hey
the
to
fresh
the
gold
B.
chain on, man, and the grill. What's goody?
Carl was
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
Yes,
Holding
yes,
it down,
y'all.
of course, man. Oh, man, of course, man. Man, what's going down, man?
Salute
Day
and
one club was
wagwan.
good.
Yes,
Of course,
yes,
man.
what's good, man?
You know what's going down, man.
At
Dejanna,
Dejanna.
what's going on with it?
Dejanna,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
She got the baby holding it down. We're going to be talking about some
all right.
babies today, too, man. Shout out. I'm glad you got the baby, you know what I'm saying, holding it down.
Yeah.
Everybody put where you from in the chat, too. You know what I'm saying? We got to hold it down. Yeah, man, respect always, man.
Yes,
You know
all
what I'm saying?
day, all day.
Powers in here, of course. You know how it goes down. But we got a good show. Resolution's blurry, man. Man, re-hit that phone, cuz.
All day, all day.
But we got a good show, man. We're going to talk about Rihanna. We're going to talk about that baby, man. You know how we got to talk about that. Hold up, man. Where my Rihanna little joint, man? Where my Rihanna? I had a Rihanna sound effect here. Here we go. We got to talk about that baby tonight, man.
Yeah. You got to
Man,
talk
yeah,
about that
hey,
baby.
man, J Kemp, man, you know, the executives, man, you know what I'm saying? They got to hold it down, man.
You know,
J.
you always
Kemp
trying to
late
make
the
an
party.
entrance. You trying
you
to
gotta
make an entrance
man.
tonight. That's all good, though. That's all
But
good.
no, like I said, we got a little dope show for y'all tonight. We're gonna be talking about Busta, Rihanna, Snoop, all that stuff. But first, before we go in, man, we gotta talk about that Super Bowl, man. First of all, if you watch the Super Bowl, put 1 in the chat. If you thought it was rigged, put 2 in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? First of all, salute to Mahomes, man, the Chiefs, man. I was going for the Eagles, of course, man. But it is what it is. Actually, I was going for the Bengals, man. Come on, me and Miss LB was going for the Bengals. Salute to Miss LB in the building, day one. Club.
What's good?
What's good?
Miss LB.
Okay, y'all watch the joint. Okay. Frankie's up in here. Hey, Frankie, if you do music, man, DM us, man. Get us some music, man.
Yeah. Reach out to us.
Of course, man. Everybody showing love to Miss LB.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, man. You know,
Absolutely.
I see Power was everybody was mad about them 2 calls. Yeah, the calls was crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
I think was kind of rigged. I think, you know, Jalen Hurts did a good job, man, but I'm gonna blame the loss, man, on Dwayne Wade's wife, Gabrielle Union. Man, come on, man. She farted all on the joint. So, but either or, man, you know, yeah. You know, maybe Bengals can get in next year, but salute to the Super Bowl. We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl halftime show, which BOP actually recorded and put it on a VCR joint, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know,
Yeah,
I was up in
recorded
there I was up in there just like this with it.
Yeah. Frankie, send us that money, man. I mean, send us that music, man.
Yeah.
Also, hey, money, yeah. Hit the like, hit the share, man. Share this with your people, man. Hit the Cash App, man. Where's the BOP's money? Actually, I just sent you something too, BOP. It's coming to your house Friday, Paul.
Oh, for sure. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but long story short, Super Bowl was dope, man. Everybody, this week has been bad for me, man, because I stayed up so late on Sunday
Oh
watching the
man,
game. You know what I'm saying? We've been dragging this week, so
he's lagging, especially on that Monday.
yeah.
I'm sure a lot of cats was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to JB in the building, man. Saying
Yeah,
congratulations, team. Hopefully, y'all
JB.
made some money off. Hopefully, you didn't lose no money on the game. But speaking of winning, man, we gotta talk about Pharrell.
Okay.
This is Bebo P. Got the same glasses, man. These Aunt Dorothy swag glasses, bro. You know what I'm saying? Put them on, Bebo. There you go, man. You got the little swaggy joints. Hold on, man. Yeah, he's in there. But long story short, Pharrell is succeeding Virgil over at Louis Vuitton. What's your thoughts just on this real quick, man? We know Pharrell always had a little dope swag on the beats, but do you think he's got the fashion? Because I ain't wearing them glasses.
Well, I mean, unique. Pharrell's always had a unique style of when it comes to fashion sense. I know when it comes to business and his business sense, even on the apparel side of things, he's doing very well. So, and I think we indicated that last week actually. But for him to be handed the mantle from the late great Virgil is definitely an honor. So ongoing condolences to Virgil and his family and loved ones. But for Pharrell to get this mantle, I think it speaks volumes given the magnitude of a brand such as Louis Vuitton. So as long as Pharrell's willing to be innovative without compromising the foundation of what makes Louis Vuitton, then he's going to have a successful career with that company or partnership. What's your thoughts, Iceberg?
This is the thing, man. Like,
and real quick, Miss LB, I never really personally looked to Pharrell for fashion either, but yeah. Well, I think most all of us hope he does a great job. But what was you gonna say, Iceberg?
This is the thing, man, and I agree, man. With Miss LB. Salute to Pharrell, man. Never looked at him as a fashion dude. He was always a weirdo. First time we saw him was in the video of that Shake It Fast. But watch yourself.
I thought you were mentioning that big hat, the Smokey the Bear hat.
Yeah, we saw the Smokey the Bear hat too. But as he's been slowly getting out of the music game, we've been seeing him get weirder on the fashion. So, but it shows you that what demographic Louis Vuitton is going for.
There's that.
So it showed you what the swag is, man. I'm sure Power 700 is going to basically be copping some of this gear. But salute to Pharrell, man.
Salute.
I'm not copping. I ain't copping none of this crap.
You ain't getting those with the red boots, man. You ain't getting none with the red.
Yeah, Miss
Smurf
LB was looking at them Smurf boots that Lil Wayne had on, man. Let me get a little fart sound for those.
Come on,
Miss
now.
LB commented
Miss
on that.
Miss LB's the culprit.
If you're not following us on YouTube, follow us. Check us out on there, no doubt, man. We always hold it down, of course. But speaking of hold it down, man, y'all gotta chill out with Busta Rhymes at the airport. Come on, man. Come on, hold on. If y'all haven't seen the video that went viral, man, Busta's at the airport doing his thing. Actually got security around him. And this happens, man. Hold up, man. Shorty comes in, grabs his cheeks. Oh, I think I got another angle of that bull, too. Hold on. I think I got another angle, man. Do we have another angle of that bull? Maybe I don't. Well, it's all good.
It's all good.
Long story short, play it again real quick. So he's in the joint, got the security. Some girl goes behind him, pinches the butt. Hold up, man. See it come in right there. Pinches that butt. He throws a drink on her. Then she's in the clip, man, with her water crying and boo. What's your thoughts on this Busta Rhymes situation, man? And was he too harsh on Shorty though?
Here's the thing about that incident. I think groupie or not a groupie, particularly not. Let's just envision these roles being reversed. And Busta Rhymes was the ones that he was the one that either pinched or slapped her or did any type of similar reaction. you know, of the sort. Her immediate reaction would be to be jumpy, to react by probably yelling something like, hey, a creep or something like that, and to be startled overall, which is to be expected. That's at least kind of how I saw Busta's reaction when watching the video along with y'all. Um, he felt disrespected, and I think rightfully so. I mean, too bad there's no Me Too or a group like that for guys in this predicament, though, right?
Miss LB said, Busta looking back at the girl like, put your hands where my eyes can see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But again,
Right.
you did the same thing, man. When I saw this and I said, if the roles were reversed, man, it'd be a whole different situation if Busta Rhymes went out and grabbed some cheeks.
Right.
But again, like I said, as a man, what do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got security around you, just walking through the airport, trying to get to the flight, you know what I'm saying, with a big nostrils, trying to breathe all that air in. And then next thing you know, yeah, hey man, send us some questions on the rap verse, man, anytime, dude. And next thing you know, man, maybe he thought it was a dude.
I don't think he knew who it was, whether it was a guy or a female. I don't think he initially knew. I just think he reacted based off of what happened.
Facts.
Because it's not like he was looking back right beforehand, or at least according to the video clip. So
that mag came out, that came out, man. He just threw that drink, man.
Right.
But again, this is the second time, man, we've had like celebrities kind of going through and dealing with fans. We had one with my girlfriend, the beautiful, the hood, Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? Somebody threw my girlfriend over there. You know,
Valentine.
I got a picture of her in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? But see, you know, this is the second time, man. Do you think the fans are getting too close, man? There needs to be some parameter. And also, do you think she could sue?
It's kind of hard to see how or what kind of parameters you can put on a generation that is more emboldened to just act in an erroneous fashion. With no feeling or mindset of consequence when they're initially committing the act. As far as lawsuit, the panel here at Fresh Out, we're definitely not attorneys, of course. I think at the same time, if she can sue Busta Rhymes for having a drink thrown at her, then I would think that he could sue her for touching him in an inappropriate fashion or manner as well. Especially since everything was recorded on camera. But what's y'all thoughts? What's y'all thoughts?
Man saying nothing back to your business. He's saying back the F up. Mama's basically saying that it wasn't a group, it's a gropey, man.
Gropey.
So Pirate saying, yep, the second girl to do this since the bunny that groped him last summer in front of her boyfriend. I remember that too. Man. Salute, man. Facts, man, on that.
There was, sure did happen.
TJ was good, man. What's going on? I see you changed that profile picture too, man. Salute. Congrats on that win too. You've been rapping the Chiefs all year, so salute.
Yeah, congrats.
Miss LB saying, I think she should have. He should shout me out too because that's her husband's two-sided. Facts.
Right.
Facts, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
two-sided like a Harvey Dent face. You already know, Miss LB. You already know.
Again, man. I think Lisa said this. Mama Bear, don't touch the guys. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch the guys when they come through, man. Come on, man. That's not
right.
That's not necessary, man. But again, salute the Busta, man, holding it down.
Salute
always,
the Busta
man.
Rhymes.
Don't touch that cat, man. But before we go in, man, to some topics, man, we're waiting on J Camp to come through. We gotta talk about the book of the week real quick, man. You know what you got for us?
Book of the week is titled Hip Hop Culture by Emmett George Price the Third. Third, baby. Yeah, salute all day to Emmett. Though I did summarize a book by Fernando Oriella, and forgive me if I butchered that last name again, brother. That book that he authored was called Rap and Hip Hop Culture. That's one I, again, summarized not long ago, per the date of this recording. Emmett's book titled here, Hip Hop Culture, It tracks the evolution of hip hop's progression from the emergence of legends such as Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five on through many other notable legends as well throughout the span of 3 decades. And with the backing of evidence via stats, various recordings, monumental events that happened, in between that time frame and other factors as well. This book doesn't just brush through a generic summary of what happened by saying, "Oh, this happened and this was what took place during the situation." No, it really gives details as to who founded this thing called hip hop. Apparently, who were the heavy hitters that made this art form here to stay for a long time and progressed it from a thing that people were saying is not going to be anything that lasts long to a corporate business entity, essentially. To a lot of people, and just a massive culture within the music universe, and many other questions that are answered in grand detail as well. Those things and many more mentioned here in this book, which, by the way, this book is it's priced on Amazon from $69 used up to $95 used. I'm sorry, up to $95 new. Both versions being the hardcover version. So again, $69 used, $95 new. Both versions being hardcover on Amazon.com. This is an illustrated book as well that you should check out if or when you get the chance to do so. But salute to Emmett George Price III, and consider this book if you're feeling up to the challenge of giving this a gander.
Facts. I think it's a dope book, man. Saying too bad most of the coaches in the gutter. Facts. This is why you kind of gotta go back to the history, man, and learn. Not
Right.
You guys, of course. Our chat is dope, but the cats need to buy this book, man, and start learning. Especially the cats who want to get in the game, start
Right.
rapping again. They need to start getting in the game and understanding the culture that we come from, man, from hip hop
Exactly.
and rap. So it's
Exactly.
a dope book, man. Shout out to Emmett, of course, man, holding it down.
Absolutely.
Shout out to BillBoard for the book of the week. J Kim still on this call, so man, we're gonna go to topics, man. Quick ones, real quick. Then we're gonna go into the hot boys.
Okay. Okay.
We gotta talk about Snoop. Our guy Snoop holding it down, of course, man. Always doing his thing, but I think he might have fumbled the bag on this one, man.
So
I got a question, man, for everybody in the chat, man.
yeah.
We all Death Row fans, man. We grew up on Death Row, of course, man. Snoop, Dre. You can say at one time, man, they most powerful record label in the industry ever, man. We haven't seen the music on streaming platforms. We saw Snoop get it back from Hasbro Toys. Now he's got it back, so we all excited. Yo, we're going to get it on the streaming platform. We're going to get some new music. We may get some music from the vaults. We ain't got nothing. We got a whole bunch of trap. So I heard this week, man, he just did a deal to get it back on streaming platforms. Okay, we excited. But we find out, man, it's basically on TikTok. Hey, man, what's your thoughts on this, man? Like,
Yeah, let us know.
what's your thoughts in the chat, man? Is this a good move to put it on TikTok or not? Should it be on the streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify? Bebo P, what you thinking, though, with this move?
I do remember him saying that he had taken it off of Apple and Spotify, and he was looking for a way to restructure a means to ensure that payment is given out in, I guess, a credible fashion. And I'm just paraphrasing that, but essentially that's what I gathered from the clip of the interview. For the move of the catalog of the Death Row catalog to be on TikTok, yeah, absolutely. Man said, I don't rock with TikTok. Snoop say it ain't so. See, he says, say it ain't so.
Get your
bread, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely get the brethren. And I don't know. This one's too hard. This one's a bit difficult to draw the line on per se, but I do know that if TikTok knows where things are heading down the road, then I wouldn't be surprised if Snoop and his team knows the same. And I could see Snoop and his team trying to formulate, as he indicated, just the best situation for he and his artists to get the most out of the catalog that they worked so hard on for so long, from past to present. I mean, and again, TikTok definitely knows how things are going and where things are going when you have like YouTube modeling TikTok by way of having shorts, and what is it? Facebook has something called Reels, and or IG has something similar. So I mean, TikTok is nothing to play with. I mean, especially since they spend over what the average user, which is over 1 billion people having downloaded TikTok, spends like the average of over 1.5 hours on the platform. So just imagine how many clips are being gone through, looked at. So put that in terms of music, and I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of look at it from that perspective. But as far as why from beginning to end Snoop is making this move, I'm not all the way sure, but you guys let us know, as well as yourself, Iceberg. What's your thoughts?
Well, this is the thing. I think, like Miss LB saying, America's supposed to be getting rid of TikTok. Government officials, employees are not supposed to have it on their phones. So you would think, obviously, he's aiming towards the youth, of course. But I think, like Madden said, I think it's a money play. I think it's just trying to just sell T-shirts and merch, man. If you really want to stream it, you would think you would basically go for the older crowd, because they're the ones that have the nostalgia with the music. But again, this goes back to our guy DJ Skandalous. Salute to him. That's always been reporting on all our Tupac news and business on myrapverse.com. But again, I think this is one of those things where it's just, I don't think it's a good look. To me, if you're going to put it on TikTok, just put it on all platforms if you're going to do that. I don't know why the exclusivity is going through there. It's through a company which is an independent distributor called Sounds. So they may have some stake in there. He may owe some money over there with the Martha Stewart situation. Who knows? May have to put the kufi on for that. But at the end of the day, man, I think the music that these cats put out, man. Mama Bear saying as Hasbro wanted to re-release Teddy Ruxpin spin gin and juice. Come on, man. Facts, man. But at the end of the day, man, I think this music deserves to be on all platforms. It's classic music, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you feel about gangster rap, this is some of the stuff that we grew up on, man. So it needs to be on the platforms. But what do you guys think in the chat? People, what's your final thoughts on this? Do you think it would ever get on to more streaming platforms?
I think that's contingent upon how well his current business strategy is going to go. Shout out to YM in Colombia. Shout out. Yeah, I think it's contingent upon the trajectory of how things go currently business-wise in this regard. Which, by the way, I just thought of a question, Iceberg, and you guys definitely can answer as always. Do you think this is somewhat of a similar move to the Mount Westmore initially being in Meta first, or just solely on Meta, or do you think otherwise, Iceberg, and you guys as well?
Like I said, I think you said something. I think there's something that he knows that we don't know. But again, like I said, Pyre's over here saying that Suge Knight action figure can recreate that fight at JD's house when he slapped up everybody.
Oh man,
shout out to Gipp. Giving us all them details and art of dialogue. Yes. But again, like I said, man, who knows? Our guy, our beautiful follower, Oli, is saying, I understand it's a new generation, man, but this is why music hasn't been produced in a art form anymore. Everything is a gimmick. Facts. The music quality is going down because of our mainstream artists who are the OGs are selling out.
Ouch. Ouch. Hey, Ollie went in. Wow.
What do you think about that, man?
I think that, generally speaking, she's right. I think she's right. Yeah, it is a new generation, but that doesn't mean that you have to go about things in a gimmicky fashion. And I'm not trying to stake that claim on Snoop in this regard per se, but it just speaks to a generalized circumstance that we see happening all too often. So absolutely. And man, it's any platform throw in the bag will get a piece of Death Row music. Ooh, wow. So man is saying that Death Row is a disposable company at this point. That's what it sounds like. So I don't know.
To me, this is the thing, like you just said. Are they in the business of selling music? Or are they business selling merch and something with some metaverse stuff? You know what I'm saying? Also, I think to me this Chat GPT. If y'all understand, if y'all know what Chat GPT is, man, throw it in the chat. Actually, I think this is why a lot of people are selling their catalogs because they see this new generation of AI coming through where, hey man, they can just take literally your voice, your vocal cords, man, and just create a new song with Justin Timberlake on it if I want to. Or you can put Eminem on a situation. So
I saw, it's funny because I just saw the one with Eminem that a DJ did at like it wasn't a rave, but like a techno kind of concert or whatever. And it literally sounded like Eminem. So you're absolutely right, Iceberg. Miss
so
LB
maybe
said
that's the reason why they're selling
out
it.
here tricking at 50.
Fact.
Dang. Shaking her daggone head.
So at the end of the day, like I said, I wish it was on streaming platforms, but at the end of the day, this is why you go cop it, man. I guess they try to make you go out and spend that bread. So,
we'll see what happens from it.
You know, Pyre saying, I forget to say something about the new artists that I also have no new artist development. So anything goes, which affects image of the genre. Facts.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True. Another fact.
Q, what's up? Q's in the building, holding it down.
What's happening? Q
Carmen
Smooth
is in the building, holding it down.
What's
of
good
course,
with
man.
you,
She's
CJ?
over there with our secret stash over there on Facebook, man. The Hip Hop Junkies holding it down with Nightmare. If you get a chance, please go over there. And also, just real quick, man, while we paying the bills, if you don't know, you're rocking with FRSHOUT, man. Come on, man. The #1 hip hop podcast, man, in the world.
Craig.
You know what I'm saying? Holding it down, of course. Go over and check out on Facebook. Go check out our FRSHOUT Hip Hop page. We have 840,000, man. Shout out to DJ Skandalous, everybody over there holding it down. All the hip hop fans and historians, this is where you go for all the hip hop stuff, of course. If you want the merch, Miss LB, did you get your merch yet? I want to know. FRSHOUT.com, man. Go cop your merch, man. Get it popping, of course. And of course, this episode is sponsored by Vegas.com. Bebo P, if you mad at your girl.
You just gonna take that one bag, maybe two, and head on to Vegas, baby.
Hey man, if you're a hubby and you're mad at your girl, what you do?
You gonna take that bag. You gonna hit up Cirillas maybe and go on to Vegas, and what happens there stays there.
Vegas.com, man, 50% off, man. We're gonna put that in the chat. And of course, if you're stanking, go over check out our guys over at Dr. Sasquatch, man. We're gonna put the link in the description, man, holding it down. And of course, we are the official podcast of rapverse.com, Hip Hop DX, and all them other spots, man. Compromise, man. Go check us out at myrapverse.com.
As FRSHOUT gives it to y'all once again and again, the new Rap City No Basement. Let's go.
So
hit
long
that like
story
button
short,
and subscribe
man,
as well.
The Snoop thing, man, I don't know what Snoop's doing, man, but it's looking like he's a little bit compromised as well. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, man. Send us a picture of the joint.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Okay.
Salute. Yeah, man.
Absolutely salute.
Q saying nothing much, man. It's chilling. Love your channel, by the way, man. Sacramento in the building.
Cali was good.
Man.
Much love to
What's going
Sacramento.
on, man? Salute.
Tell,
man. Gotta get that gun shot up.
Tell everybody out there we said what's up.
Parasam Hunter saying, yep, AI artists moving as we speak, taking over your style and your likeness. In fact, I saw actually CJ Skandalous sent me a song with Jay-Z called Helicopters. Google that if y'all haven't heard that song. Somebody just typed it in. It's got Jay-Z's actual voice and his nostrils and all that.
Stop.
Called Helicopters. Go check that out, man. But it's crazy, by the way.
And this ain't just music, y'all. This new AI thing, it's taking over. It's poised to take over several notable industries. So,
facts.
Yeah, keep your eyes and ears open.
Yeah. Speaking of keeping your eyes open, man, somebody got their eyes closed with the facts, man. We got to talk about Ja Rule, baby, and baby. And Ja Rule, man, first of all, salute to Ja Rule, man. Beautiful wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Murder Inc. holding it down, man. You know how we do. Man, Snoop is wearing Skims, bro. Yeah, he's He probably been compromised, man. But Ja Rule, man. First of all, if you're not on our stuff on Facebook, check out what BOP and J Kim did on the actual top 50 greatest rappers list.
Oh yeah.
I think ours are the best out there. No hating, but Ja Rule's mad because he didn't make the list. So, long story short, do y'all think now? Let's be clear though. Ja Rule has some hits. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. You know, we're not disrespectful at all. But does he have a point of him not making the top 50 greatest rappers of all time? BOP, what you think?
Ja Rule does not deserve to be on the top 50 greatest rappers list. Respectfully. Yeah, just is what it is. Now maybe we could argue him being placed, and this is a solid maybe. Maybe he could be argued somewhere in like in between the ranks of 51 to 100, maybe. But just off the cuff here, I could see him on the lower ranks of that numbering system. And that's not a shot against Ja Rule. It's just that there are just, whether it's Ja Rule or somebody else of his ilk, it's just that there's so many other legacy artists that did it before him, to the point where the majority of those legacy artists from the 80s and or 90s, they're always gonna be ranked high in that range of top 10, top 20, top 50, mostly top 10, 20-ish positions. And you know, it's just some positions just aren't going to be poised to change throughout the course of time. I don't think his body of work suggests.
Hold on.
Go ahead,
Just to
bro.
put a pause in.
No, it's all good.
J Camp's in the building, holding it down. We gotta salute J Camp.
Salute Camper, aka Red Light
how you
Special.
feeling, man? What's going down?
Stop it.
See, there's 38 Special, and then there's Red Light Special, and now he just came in the
Is that
building.
what it is?
It is tonight, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. What's up with y'all though?
Hey, man, we're just talking about your favorite top 50 artists.
Baby,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, Ja Rule. We were just talking about how you believed that he should have been in the top 50.
We had to talk you out of basically putting him in your top 50 list. But does it real quick before BO goes back in?
I believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you still believe he needs to be in the top 50? But like I said, let's be clear, J Camp. He's got records. Murder Inc. was one of the hottest labels in New York at one time. Mm-hmm. Does he have a point?
Man.
Top 50 greatest MCs. One of the top 50.
Top 50.
That's tough, actually.
Is it? See? All right.
I mean,
man
right,
saying top 200.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Ja had a run, man.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
did he have a run as an MC or did he have a run as a hit maker?
He had a run as
a pop song hit maker.
Run as an artist. So yeah, I can't really, because nobody in the top 50 really just got bodied by somebody else. So I mean that's worth a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean 50 pretty much, you know, man, he put the dirt on his casket. You know what I'm saying? He shoveled the dirt.
He put a nail in the coffin pretty much.
And then swiped and modeled his style afterwards. Yeah.
Man, I can't say. I really had to think about it. I was like, you know what, dude did get bodied. Like, ain't nobody in that top 50 who just got, you know, their head taken off.
And his career hasn't recovered ever since.
Nah, he ain't recovered since, man. So yeah, he don't know.
Miss LB's basically saying that she's on that motherboard swag. She said, "Bless your heart when you basically do something bad, you know, in church."
But at least he had me thinking for a minute, because I guess that run was. I mean, he had a nice run. Man.
He did. He had a solid, real solid run with those, with the songs that hit, just smash the charts.
I mean, he was charting with like Hove and DMX.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He came and maced the game when everybody was kind of hard in the paint. He came in and maced the game with "Baby" and "Maybe." If y'all don't see in the corner of this picture too, y'all see Cookie Monster. That's what he sound like in the corner. Frankie saying until 50 came and just blew him up pretty much. So
Stop.
as a he said, Oli saying as a performing artist, you can see that.
Okay,
she's saying
she said exactly. All right.
Yeah, I mean, as an artist, you know what I'm saying, as an artist, but as an MC, that's a different. We talking a different game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Ja's playing that top 50 MC game because, like I said, ain't no top 50 MCs. Ain't none of them getting dirt shoveled on them like that. I mean, 50
facts.
I mean, yeah, man. Ain't nobody, you know, they could have put his face on a t-shirt at one point.
Oh wow.
You know
Bebo, what you thinking on the Ja situation?
I said Ja was trying too hard to be like Pac, to be Pac-like. What I think about the Ja situation, just again, he was just more of a short-term hit maker, which, you know, he did his thing, you know, as long as he had Ashanti on the track for the most part. I think that, and that's as far as like the hits. As far as like albums, his best one and more notable one was obviously the Veni Vidi Vici, if I said that right.
Holla,
you know,
holla. That was a joint.
Yeah,
you can't knock that holla joint.
Right. But as an MC, he just doesn't top, you know, FRSHOUT's top 50.
Salute Michael.
Shout out and salute to Michael Brown. What up? I maybe the bottom 50, maybe the bottom half of the 100 or so, like 51 through 100. But
come on.
Now, if we're going based off of songs, like the top 50 hip hop or rap songs, then that might hold an argument there as well. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule might be able to hold some weight there, and emphasis on might. Emphasis on might. Maybe, but that's just a preliminary thought. But I'll land my plane there.
This is the thing, man. I think Ja has an argument, but at the end of the day, man, like a lot of stuff he was doing was, you know, tight leather pants swag. You know what I'm saying? He was, I think, he was entertaining. He don't get me wrong. Did he have bars? Yes, but to me, people are always gonna remember that last fight where you got slapped by Debo. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's rough for Mr. Rule, man. You know what I'm saying?
Not that cookie.
Shout out Mary though.
Mr. Rule though.
Yeah, that Mr. Rule though. Shout out, you know, to
Mr. RUL.
The other thing too, man, he scammed everybody on that fire joint too. That was kind of a little sussy too, man. Come on, man. You had everybody in that island over there starving with them pigs and bull.
Stop.
Get your ass out of here. And Carmen saying he looked like DMX and Pox had a baby. Stop it, Carmen.
See, Jay can't come in the room, and now y'all want to start wilding out heavy. Okay,
I want to wild out because Jay can't.
I know Madden been going in.
Yeah, man, saying he's a good hit maker. I give him that R&B joints also for Mary J. Are we ready? Yeah, pretty much, man. So,
yeah.
One quick joint before we go in. J Camp, can y'all give him bars of the week real quick, J Camp?
Yeah, man. Got to go with the underground, mask covered faces. I mean, Holy Smokes is the producer on this joint. I want to say, man, G Mills and Raw Leaf might be out of Baltimore, I think. But anyhow, man, like this is like, if you like a fan of like mid 90s woo, late 90s woo, I mean, that's basically what this sound is like. I mean, it's dungeon doors closed, throwing darts at the wall music. You know what I'm saying? This is straight raw and uncut, just underground bars is basically what this is, man. You know, if you're in the mood for that type of flavor, I mean, again, if you like woo, you're gonna like that mask covered faces.
Okay. I'm gonna have to definitely check that one.
I gotta check this out. 13 tracks on this mask cover. What's funny? I tried to Google it and a whole bunch of like masks from the hospital popped up.
If you remember that cartoon show, Mask,
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
what-
cars
With the
and blue, with
cars,
the little
yeah,
wings.
yeah,
If you look at the
yeah.
mask, that's basically kind of like what this
yeah.
is, like what they're going for
I gotta
here,
be an
man. But
80s baby to know what that's about.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mask.
if you got the NPC and the alien ship on the album cover, this is straight
Straight mask,
underground.
dude.
Dungeon doors closed, underground, man.
Right.
And it's
right.
crazy with this
Jacket
cover
music.
having the UFO in the back, and they just had them little Japanese balloons and bull, them Chinese
Man.
balloons and bull. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the
Man.
aliens. So
All four of
you
them
know what I'm
boys.
saying?
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
great timing on the cub.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
This is Ja Rule underground, though. You know how 50 put him underground. That's
Dang.
We're
this
gonna
is
clap
underground.
back. We're gonna clap back.
No, that
Underground.
underground. Dang.
Man, also, Pyra said, remember that time? First of all, salute to J. Camp Bars of the Week is fire. Actually, go check it out and put it in the chat right now.
Great recommendation.
Remember, 50 bought them seats where nobody could sit at his concert.
Yeah,
dog.
he
Like,
did though.
Come on, man. Yeah, smoking Jim Carrey.
Smoking.
Right, smoking.
Yeah, nah, straight aliens up in the sky, man. Come on, man.
Oh, that
all
deserves
this,
an
hey, all this what happened when Trump was in office, man. J. Camp voted for him, man. Come on.
There you go.
He got the red in the background.
Yeah, he
You
got the red
already
in the
know.
back too, man. You know
That
what I'm
MAGA
saying?
red.
Shout
He
out.
wearing the MAGA red shirt.
Bring back hip hop. Bring back the hip hop again. Also, real quick, J. Kent, before we get on to something else, man, what's your thoughts, man, on Snoop? Basically, just real quick, giving a cosign to get Death Row's music on TikTok, but not Spotify or Apple Music. Is this a good look?
If he's trying to bridge gaps, like if he's trying to get young people to listen to it, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, this sounds like a generational play. Where he's trying to get that TikTok crowd, which makes sense if you think about it from a business perspective and just for hip hop, because you won't. I mean, there's so much timeless music that came out of Death Row. You won't Pop and Dre's best work out there for people to hear. You know what I'm saying? And what's a better way to do it than TikTok, especially for these young ones, man? Because they ain't doing nothing where you gotta do too much work to play it. You know what I'm saying? They can, thumb over to an app and hear something. That's what they gonna do. Plus, there might be some viral stuff that go off of off some of that Death Row music. Just
You
don't
never
tell
know,
these kids and jumping off of rooftops, man, on tables and stuff, listening to
Incoming.
Exactly. I think it's a decent move, though. I mean, of course, I prefer it to be on the streaming services, but
I asked this question some minutes back, J Camp. Do you feel like this is a synonymous move to the Mount Westmore album solely being on Meta before he along with others changed their mind? Do you think this is similar to the Meta move with the Mount Westmore album?
I do, because I feel like he's trying to be too ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to be that first. I don't think it's really necessary. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know what I'm saying? Like for us, for the people who's been supporting it for ages, for people who still got the CDs, still got the tapes, we want to be able to stream that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't have TikTok. So I don't want to have
saying,
to,
I understand that, J. Kim, but if it ain't available on other platforms, how can he get streaming numbers?
No, 100%. I think this is purely a play to, get that new gen on Death Row music. I think that's the only reason why he's doing it.
So they can basically just take a little clip of it and start dancing to like 5 minutes of "I won't deny it, I'm a straight ride," and then do a little twerk dance to it.
And somebody doing a jig to it. But I mean, I hear what Miss LB saying, though. I mean, yes, for us, it makes 1,000% to be on Spotify and Apple Music. That's where we want it. But I just think what Snoop's head is, he wants that new gen. He wants by him starting Death Row back up, he wants that new gen to be a part of that wave of Death Row.
I can see that as a possibility.
I mean, I understand what Miss LB saying too, because you don't want to alienate again the people who got the CDs, who got the tape, who got the vinyl. You don't want to alienate them people either.
Well, this is why we got the best chat in the planet. Michael Brown saying, not sure if y'all been on seen the update, but Snoop's putting the entire catalog on streaming next week. This week, it's just exclusive to TikTok. The exclusive deal pays out more.
If with that being the case, then that I think is a solid strategy. I think that's a solid strategy. Yeah. I mean, Rock Marciano, we covered him 4 times in 2022, and his beginning strategy, you didn't see his album on YouTube like that. The only way you could initially buy the album was from his website, to our knowledge, and that's obviously what FRSHOUT did. But then eventually, you started seeing the songs on YouTube and possibly other streaming platforms. So, and it worked out in his favor. So, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the play that Michael Brown stated here, and we'll just have to see how it goes for Snoop in the Death Row catalog.
Hey man, now,
at least Snoop is thinking though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right now we got a poll in the chat right now. Was Rihanna's Super Bowl party, Super Bowl halftime show mid? Was it good or was it mid? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. But yeah, we're gonna see them Let Me Ride memes. We actually talked about the Chronic album a few months ago, man.
We did.
As far as it being a classic album and having that anniversary.
Now to Jerry, stop and let me ride.
Matt saying still got that Snoop Dogg Death Row Greatest Hit CD released in 2001. Yes, unreleased.
Remember that
classic.
Yeah, Doggy Style on CD.
Yeah,
like 1 or 2 scratches on that bad boy. I bought it like 3 or 4 times too.
Wow.
We'll see how this goes, man. But first of all, everybody, if you haven't saw our 50 greatest rappers that J Can't BOP set up, man, it's crazy. The list is nuts. But our guy, Big Gipp, let's be clear, man. This dude's been icing the internet, man, with all the great takes he's been putting out on Art of Dialogue. Salute to him. Great
but, interview, man.
Of course, we know Jay-Z made BillBoard's #1 rapper, greatest of all time. We saw Ice Cube basically say that, come on, it's cap, man. BillBoard and Vibe are not rap or hip hop publications, but Gipp put it in a better sense, man. I'm gonna play a little bit for y'all tonight, man, and see what y'all think in the chat. I'll play this real quick.
#1, and you had some people that
Ancient J passed Tupac because he got goddamn Beyonce. You take Beyonce away, then bar for bar, yeah, he might rap better than Pac, but Pac came with the heart. That's different. It's just different. You can't beat that. You can never beat the heart, bro. Some people can be technical, just like the difference between Jordan and LeBron. Jordan, technical. That motherfucker technical. He a master.
Fair use.
LeBron, man, all the way goddamn gangster goon You know what I mean? 2 different styles. That's it. If Pac was here, you think if Pac was here, who you think the girl would have been with? Hold up. Hold up. It's about being with the biggest, huh? Who would do it the most? You still can't act. You can't do no movies. You can't do what Pac was doing. Come on, how can you be better than Pac? You one shot Charlie. You just
one shot Charlie.
That boy was a triple threat. I did groups that were successful, solo albums that were successful, and movies that were successful. Hands down, partner. If he had lived, he would have smoked everything walking.
I got something else. Hold up, I got something else. He wasn't done. Hold up, I got something else.
But wait, there's more. That's what Iceberg's saying.
Y'all say #1 took songs from him to make them popular after he was gone. So at the end of the day, look, man, when half your raps were another man raps, then, hey, man, it's great that you could take it and use it, but at the same time, it's like you got to look at Biggie, Pop, and all that as the top 5 because they set the standards. you got two dead superstars that you can sit back and listen to their music, look at what they doing, how they doing it to formulate your own. They didn't have nobody to look at. They were the original copies. So right now, I'm looking at it like, yeah, you know, New York is built on who can rap the best. Okay. Well, if Big would have lived, would Jay still be the best?
Get him, Gipp.
Jay can't go in, man. What you think on this though, man? Chat, what y'all thinking, chat?
Gipp was 1,000 on that. All facts, man. Like when you talking about people who are 1 of 1, Big and Pac, and I think that's what me and Bebo was saying last week, is that them dudes was 26 and was doing things that
making classics.
Younger. They were teens in some cases.
Teens.
In most cases, they were younger. Yeah, but you're right. You're Camp. Yeah.
Making different type of hits, and like Gipp said, they 1 of 1. They didn't have anybody to really emulate to do it that way. Now, granted, they had like your Kumo D's, they had the Rakims, they had KRS-Ones, but
they came with a different flavor though.
They took rap to another level.
They did.
That to me, that Pac peak is different. That Pac peak, really, we may not have even seen him at his apex.
Nope.
Because he was continuing to ascend.
Yeah.
So him and Big both. So he makes a great point. Is I don't think Jay has came close to that peak that Pac was in. I mean, he was in a different. We still talking about Pac. What? How many years later is that?
25 plus.
25 plus years later. We still talking about him being at the top of this list. We still talking about it.
Yep.
This list came out
when dude said,
every decade.
When dude said you can sit back and watch this whole situation and then copy what he did.
We just talked about somebody who tried to copy him well after he was gone.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
man say he been riding the wave, dog. That's
it's all about timing. It's no disrespect to Jay, but sometimes timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? You slid in. I mean, again, an opportunist is always gonna take advantage of where he is in that time and space. And I'm not mad at Jay for doing what he did. He's a billionaire for a reason.
Hey man, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He's a billionaire for a reason.
Yeah.
But
Bebo, what you thinking, Bebo?
Gipp is 100%, 1,000% on that.
Yeah, I think that most everything that Gipp said is just spot on. Maybe the only thing that I won't totally agree with is the notion that and I'm not just paraphrasing, so I'm not trying to put words in Gipp's mouth. Shout out to Big Gipp. But
on the platform, real talk.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Come holler at us. Actually the whole Goody Mob. Y'all rap with us, y'all. But yeah, I don't think I still think that Jay would have been number 1 in terms of like certain songs that hit the charts or whatever, albums and so forth, without Beyonce. I do believe that, because he was already starting to make his wave. But I think everything else that was said, everything else that Big Gipp said was just so spot on.
Yeah, he definitely didn't need Beyonce
Beyonce took him to a whole nother level, man. Especially that the one song. What's the first one they had that they did together?
Was it Dangerous in Love?
Yeah,
Bonnie and Clyde was before that, wasn't it?
I don't know, but either or, those songs, Dangerous in Love, Bonnie and Clyde, Deja Vu. Yeah, that took Jay to a whole nother level where he could go in and get deals with Bacardi and all this Budweiser.
I definitely
because before, man, you just a street dude. Then the other thing, hold up. I got some more. Hold up, man. Shout out to Crimson Cure. I'm on Crimson Cure swag tonight. Hold up, let's go. Hold up.
You just the best in your region. And that's what makes Jay smart. That's what makes Jay a great businessman. That's what makes Jay a genius. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
Use.
But hey, man, half that card because of that girl, bro. I bet you can't got. I bet Jay-Z can't do no motherfucking $24 million concert for 45 minutes. I mean, come on, bro. Even when they said it was Jay, man, it's been 50 Cent, bruh. When 50 came out, I ain't hear no Jay-Z music. It just stopped playing. Come on, bro. I was there. When 50 came out, he shut everything down.
He did.
And the reason why they didn't give it to 50, you know why? Because the West Coast did his music.
Ooh.
So New York has
Gipp got
never
that
crowned
groove
50 Cent because the West Coast did his music. Dr. Dre. Then if you want to say a bigger label, when you say a bigger label, I still think Murder Inc. Hey, folk, they were bigger than Rockefeller.
I got one more. He
That's
said,
all I'm saying, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I just be
You
looking
can
at
say Rough Riders.
man, fuck this industry. Because y'all still want who y'all want to be the best. But the numbers say DMX is the biggest thing walking around here.
Yeah,
And when it wasn't on DMX and it was 50 Cent, you still it was somebody else. But it was the numbers say 50 Cent. So that's why I'm just like, you know what, New York, and you buy your shit, and whoever you're with, cool. That's who the people want to be the best, because that's who they fuck with. Now, what the people fuck with is just a whole nother story. Ride motorcycles and shit.
there's one thing he said about DMX real quick.
All of the shit that ever came through New York. It was just totally street. Nobody had seen a dude from New York sleep on benches with dogs, roof at the camera, ride motorcycles and shit, and then pray on stage and cry. DMX was a motherfucking a true artist. Because he never cared about money. He never cared about money as being his world, his God. So, for the ones that made money they God, they are the ones that are the highest. They are the ones that the industry look out
Give him
for.
that Kofi, man.
And that needs the Kofi music.
J. Kim, go in real quick, man. And Bebo P got to finish this off.
Man, Gipp went deep on that one. I mean, that's 100%, man. Like, the folks who make money everything are the ones who end up on those lists. He almost named the delegation without naming the delegation. Is what he almost did.
Them Grove
You know
folk.
what I'm saying? So he said that eloquently. And this was no shade either. I mean, he wasn't like dissing Jay at all or anybody. He was just saying, look, man, I mean, there's a reason why this dude is number one.
Facts.
On that list. You know. I'll let you finish that off though, Bebo P.
Shoot, man. He continued to cook heavy, Big Gipp did. Man.
Salute to
It's
Goody
kinda hard.
Moby too.
Yeah. Shout out to Goody
I love the fact that he didn't hold back.
He didn't, but he, like J. Camp indicated, he did so in a respectful fashion.
Fact.
Yeah, and you know, not to take anything away from Jay-Z, but we just got to call it down the middle as far as who the people were wanting during certain pockets of, you know, the mid-90s, early mid-90s to, you know, the mid-2000s or whatever, you know. Jay did his thing. But
he did.
When you look at how he did his thing in comparison to everybody else, and again, it's no knock, it's no shade, you know, Gipp talked about Fifth, and Fifth came in his own lane 100%. He DMX came through in his own lane. Yeah, Fifth dissed people. Yeah. DMX came through with the heart that he had talked about, similar to Pac as well, but you know, obviously in his own style. I mean, everybody, you know, of course, big, you know, but everybody else had their own lane. Jay didn't necessarily have that, but he still became successful off of the direction that he went. But we just got to call it down the middle at the same time. And I think that's what Big Gipp just presented. with
the argument
his
was
what
real, man.
it was definitely real. So shout out and salute to Big Gipp, man. I mean, I've never heard Big Gipp in this capacity before. So just to hear an OG give that testimony of wisdom and experiences that he lived, that's dope. It's really dope and is much needed out here in the current climate of hip-hop music today.
And this is somebody who was really out there too.
He was.
He was hanging with the people.
Yes.
in
I'm
ATL.
glad.
He-
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, J. Kemp, because I got a situation real quick. If y'all see this, this is Pop. This is Suge right here. Who's that right there?
That's Keith Murray.
No,
That's
That's not Keith
Gipp.
Murray.
That's
Is that
Gipp
Gipp?
right there. That's
Oh,
Gipp
okay,
right
okay.
there.
Cujo.
Oh, I
Gooding,
see. I see.
Cujo.
Yep. Okay.
CeeLo.
Come on, man. The CeeLo. This is
Yep,
the this
that's
is
the
the
Goody
soul.
Mob.
This is the Soul Train Awards where Pac and Suge brought up 100 Bloods to basically beat up Biggie. And Don Cornelius, rest his soul, said, "Hey man, y'all gotta take that outside. Don't do it here." But again, who was right there? So everything
Okay,
he's
I
saying
see it now.
is stamped. So J. Camp is right. He was right there, man.
He was
Great
with the
point, J.
peoples,
Camp,
man.
man.
Hey,
he was with
He
the
was
people.
with the people.
Yeah, let's be
Iceberg
clear.
with the evidentio. You know.
Bebo, but what's your thoughts, man? Just as we wrap this up, man. Again, it's no shade on Jay, man. Let's be clear, man. Jay Camp, Bebo P, Iceberg. We rep Jay all day long, but we gotta represent hip hop and we gotta tell the truth because everybody wants to change the story.
Well, I think that moments that you just showed serves as the reason as to why we have to speak truth to power into the experiences that happened or did not happen in this culture that we call hip hop. Because you didn't just see a video tonight, a Big Gipp, but you saw Iceberg pull out the receipt by way of the photograph, and Carmen said Jay is low-key a stalker. LOL. He sits back and watches, then moves. Well, he's very observant. Yeah.
But Madden said it here, right? Jay ain't birthed no great rappers with his influence.
Ooh.
Again, this is no shade at all. We just on this platform, you got to do facts, man. Where can you go for hip hop facts anymore? That's not biased and not no fanboys. Let's be clear. We just got to talk the facts, man.
Y'all go ahead and check out that Big Gipp interview on the art of dialogue in its full
man,
fruition when you
art,
get the
man.
chance to do so. And holla at us, Big Gipp. You know what I'm saying? Holla at FRSHOUT. Michael Brown said Goody Mob was definitely topped in. You need people like Gipp to give checks and balances on some of this attempted revisionist history.
Yeah,
Absolutely you do.
Even the Keith Murrays of the world. No
Yeah.
matter how
Oh, yeah.
goofy it might sound.
Yep.
It was with them people though.
Yeah, and somebody
was out
corroborated his at least one of his stories. So
Mhm.
that goes back to the checks and balances. So yeah, salute to
Hey, man.
all of the try to
First of all, man, you got to salute Gipp because how long he been holding on to them stories in that opinion without saying nothing, bro. And let's be clear. Remember they said Pimp C said, "Hey man, I called Gipp for the flow on that."
He did say that. He
Remember, he
did.
said I used that Gipp flow on there.
Yep.
And I asked him, could I use it?
Yep, he did say
So
that.
again, man, like you hearing
That
it
was
from
powerful.
the horse's mouth.
And Gipp
Salute
wasn't
to
no hater. He could have easily
He
been
wasn't no
hating back
hater.
in the day.
Yeah.
He just kept a G with this interview. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Hey, we need more cats from that era to come out and speak because again, this is why too, man. We got to talk about our guy Plug 2. Trugoy the Dove, De La Soul, Long Island, New York representative. You always saw him with that smile. Like it's so funny seeing rappers smiling and he had that tooth missing. You know what I'm saying? This dude was just legendary, man. He passed away this week. We'll go into the other situation later, but what's just your thoughts on this loss, man? Because this is heavy, man, especially on the tip of the iceberg that they was about to do with getting their music back on streaming platforms that we just talked about with the Snoop situation.
And it just seems like, man, whenever these artists fight to get things that's rightfully theirs back, there's some type of situation that seems to always take place. Some type of I'm not saying like, somebody leaving this earth, but just a situation like something happens all the time, like some type of issue,
Just in general.
just in general, man. But I mean, we talking about again like one of the absolute legendary hip hop groups of all time,
Absolutely.
easily top five, like
Yes. Oh yeah.
on any metric, you know.
Facts.
Some
Yeah.
people probably argue top three, but either way, on any metric, this is one of the elite of the elite groups. Man, always had a positive um, spin on everything that they did. Man, part of the native tongues. I mean, they came from that conscious rap era as well, where what I'm saying, they was cutting through a lot of the gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? So they just brought a different, you know, you know, just a different point to hip hop, man, that we all needed. Like your Chuck D's of the world, your De La's, your Tribes. Man, they brought something different that we really needed. You know what I'm saying? They
Still
was kind of
do.
like what Mike Brown was saying. They was the checks and balances
Facts.
for hip
Right.
hop.
Yeah. Facts.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We owe De La, Trugoy, yeah, just a ton of respect, man, for what they've done for the game, and it was needed, man. And this one hurts though. I mean, I know we always say
Does.
every time somebody leaves
True
this
factor.
earth, a MC, we say it hurts, but man, this one caught me off guard, man. I didn't expect this one. You know what I'm saying? I always go back to, Stakes is High. That was like one of my favorite albums ever. I always go back to that, you know what I'm saying, when I'm just zoning out, working my 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I always go back to that, man. And like Power said, 54 is still young. It's still
Facts.
young in hip hop.
Facts, man.
No, just period.
Very young.
It's still young.
That
Period.
means
Yeah.
middle age is like 25 to 28
Exactly.
years old.
But
That's
when you think
crazy,
about
man.
how there's 16, 15-year-olds like cutting albums, and this dude is still doing his thing. Well, he was doing his thing and touring with the group. It just shows how young 54 is just in for the hip hop connection. But this was definitely a tough one, man. I mean, rest in peace. Definitely peace to Maceo, the rest of the crew.
Pause. Yeah.
We all stand with y'all. We all grieving. You know what I'm saying? This is tough, man. I mean, I can't
mean-
put it into any other words, man. This was a very difficult situation, man, for hip hop, man. It really was, especially
Well,
for
we
people
were
who
supposed
grew up
to
on it.
celebrate De La Soul in a month.
Exactly.
Which we still
Exactly.
can. We still can.
We can, but
Yeah. This is gonna be different, of course.
it's gonna be different, man. This is a void. This is a void. There is no daylight without Trugoy. Now, granted, his spirit is going to continue to live on. His music is going to continue to live forever, but not to be able to see him on stage, it's going to be tough. I'm just glad I was able to see this man perform multiple times while he was still
I'm
living.
so glad you said that, because De La Soul is one of the best performing entities
Chemistry,
that I've
man.
ever seen in the hip hop space.
We
I
talk
mean, I'm just
about.
so glad I was able to see him in person, years back. Go ahead, J Camp.
No, I was gonna just piggyback off that, man. We talk about the chemistry that LOX had. These dudes had that same type of chemistry on the stage, man. It's like they
Yep.
just wake up out of their sleep and they can recite each other's bars. You know
And
what
their
I'm saying?
energy is crazy on
The energy
stage.
is crazy, man.
Yeah.
And salute for
It's
to Dave
effortless.
Chappelle for putting that on too, man. You got to see it on Dave Chappelle, man, and how they just moved through the tour bus, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Yummy, man, holding it down, man, on that
Salute to
clip
Yummy
too.
Bingham. I know she's
Yeah, I
going
mean,
through it too.
to me, like they're when you hear locks go back and forth, like you said, J Cam, B-Bo P, you think of these guys, man, starting it.
Man, mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me, mirror, what is wrong? Can it be my De La clothes, or is it just my De La soul? Come on, y'all. He said
Well, and
that.
what Miss LB said is true too, man. It's just sad that he didn't get to see the young Gen get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's too difficult for me personally to point out all of Plug 2's legacy in just a exorbitant fashion or means, without mentioning all of De La Soul's, because they were thick as thieves, basically. I mean, from Trugoy setting off that classic verse that I just thought of, that Me, Myself, and I, which was the self-titled track of that album back in, I want to say 89. And then also standing, serving as a standout feature on A Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders' third track.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
We on the War too, or what
Yeah,
that joint, and even the joint that the visual video that Iceberg just spoke of a minute or two ago, rocking the Incredible Hulk arm while rapping his Much More verse on that tour bus with Yummy Bingen and Pos and Dave Chappelle because that was a clip from the Chappelle show years back. I mean, just in many more instances that we just don't have time to process, but communicate, but we definitely could reflect on. It's definitely a blow, like J Camp says. So whether you're talking about Trugoy the Dove, who was Plug 2, Plug 1, Pos, Maceo, or let's not forget about DJ Prince Paul too.
Oh, absolutely.
Salute. These guys were and still are considered the hip hop hippies, and they delivered their style of music in a fashion that was fun and unafraid. And
before you go in there real quick, Bebo.
No, that I landed my plane right there.
This Oldie. I gotta put a cool phone for them. We know every Disney movie starts out with Bambi's mama dying to get you caught up in it, right? To get you connected to it. She's saying, what if the passing into the spirit world is actually helping the music being heard on a higher level? To me, I kind of take it and flip it and say, could you say something happened on purpose so the people who have a financial interest get their bread?
I mean, I think it is coincidental for the sad event to have taken place and on Super Bowl Sunday. Personally, I won't go down conspiracy corner, with the tinfoil, but if y'all got something to say about just that response in general, I'll let y'all at it.
I'm gonna let that one slide just out of respect. But I hear what you're saying though, Iceberg. I mean,
shout out to my sister. My sister one
it's not
that basically hit me up about it was like the time is just bad.
India was the timing. That's what I'm saying, man. Like it seems like when cats get their ownership back, stuff they're fighting for that's rightfully theirs. I always feel like, man, these type of things seem to randomly pop up, and it's sad to feel that way. It's sad to look at it like that. But it's hard not to, though. It's hard not to kind of have questions. It's hard not to have questions.
Yeah.
This is something that happened to Prince, too. Prince basically was off the label, and they said, hey, we just want to just market Purple Rain. It's the 25th anniversary of Purple Rain. Next thing you know, he's in the elevator buck, you know what I'm saying, after he signed that deal. And I'm sure those deals have insurance policies in them and all kind of other things as well that benefit the people who basically are fronting that money to make sure they get their money back.
We've talked about that.
So again, out of respect, man, we're not going to go into it, but we'd be stupid not to talk about it or just have that in the back of our mind, just man, understanding the game. Just asking the question, man, like BOP says. But again, much love, man.
Rest in peace, Trugoy the Dove.
It's just a sad situation, man. We were so excited, man, to see these dudes hit the road again. Music's popping. Oh, man.
Yeah.
We definitely want to still support Maceo and Plug One, man. Come on, man. You know how
Absolutely. And condolences to the loved ones of Trugoy the Dove as well. And just De La's as a whole.
No, and I know what you're talking about, Oli. I understand what you're saying as far as like the spiritual side of it, but we talking about another side of it. But you jumped it off.
100%, 100%. What you saying though? I mean, this is definitely because people they're not gonna know who Trugoy is, and they're gonna be curious now. Why so many people why are so many older people talking about this guy? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
no, I definitely agree with that. I mean, this would be a situation for him to get, well, for De La as a unit,
Yeah.
you know, to get some more ears, which is
And I feel
I
what
don't want to
Mike
call
Brown's
it
saying.
blessing in disguise, but
Yeah.
we'll just call it a blessing.
Yeah.
And I will say that too, this didn't, complications didn't just start happening out of nowhere. I believe there was a video he did like in 2017 when that, I think it was a crowdfunded album, if I'm not mistaken. What was that called? And then there was Nobody. I think that was the name of the album that the fans basically paid for to be created. And there was a video that he did that, citing that there was some kind of complications that he was having, at that time. So, from that to now, it's just rough. So definitely, my point of saying that is, in large part, take care of yourself as best as you can, because you just never know. And just take advantage of every moment that you have, because no matter how well you do take care of yourself, some things just happen regardless. So again, condolences to the loved ones.
Condolences, man. And like I said, salute to him, man. But again, like I said, this is why we want to understand our legends and how they do music, how the music comes out. But again, this is why, man, we gotta have somebody legendary, man. J Camp came through, man, just spiced the whole show up, man. Come on, man. He just put that gumbo and that seasoning in there. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta add a little bit more season, man. We gotta get Skandalous on here.
What up?
Quick, what's going down, man? Skandalous is in the building.
AKA the new Salt Bay. The new Salt Bay.
You know what I'm saying? What's going down? You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, man, this is the thing. First of all, he's a Kufi King.
Oh, he's a cool champ.
6th member of FRSHOUT.
Yep.
I mean, he's rocking everything over on Facebook, going crazy. But anytime we talk about Pop, Death Row, we gotta have the number one dude on here. You know what I'm saying? Just real quick, first of all, how you feeling, Skandalous, man? What's going on with you?
I'm doing good. I wish I was here a lot sooner. My computer did an update, so all my settings were out of whack, and then wouldn't pick up my microphone. So I hope it sounds good.
Hey man,
that's what I'm gonna say next time on Valentine's Day. I ain't get you nothing because my computer rebooted.
Been there many times, Skandalous, man. Dude.
But the whole thing, man, is we got to get you on just real quick to talk about this Snoop situation, man, and the TikTok. Just real quick, what's your thoughts on that, real quick?
I mean, I thought TikTok was going to go away because aren't they threatening to ban it?
Yeah.
So what would be the point of this?
Supposedly.
So, to me, it's kind of watering down the brand if you're putting it on TikTok.
Do you think it's a good move for the Death Row catalog?
It should, the whole Death Row catalog should be on Spotify and Apple Music, because that's where everyone goes to listen. I mean, TikTok does have a variety of music where a song becomes a hit, but I don't know how much that's going to impact, Snoop's catalog or any future releases through Death Row, if it'll become viral on TikTok or not. So I still think it should stay on YouTube and everywhere else.
But do you think, I want to say BillBoard, J Camp said this, do you think it's because he knows something we don't know, that TikTok's about to do some crazy move or something? And this also, let's be clear, this distribution is through an independent company called Sounds with a Z. So who knows who owns it and who's getting the residuals off it. Plus, Michael Brown also said, shout out to Michael Brown, he's also saying that Snoop's supposed to be releasing more content as well in the upcoming weeks or so.
I think it's just another lane for him, because I don't know what the future holds for TikTok, whether they're going to ban it or not. And we see with YouTube and Instagram, they're all implementing their own kind of version of TikTok on their own platforms.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys have anything else to add to that, man, while Skandalous is on, man? Like, other than what we said earlier as far as like this whole Snoop Death Row TikTok situation?
I personally don't. I think quite a bit's already been said earlier, in addition to what Skandalous eloquently just communicated. So,
well, the other thing too is we talked about last week that Pac or his estate was dropping 4 new records, and this is not Death Row music. This is actual Me Against the World,
Apocalypse
Tupacalypse.
Down.
Yeah. At first we talked about it. I had to run it through Scandalous. What's your thoughts, man, on this and what you've been researching, man, for the past couple of days?
You know, as a Pac fan, I'm all for his music coming out because one of the reasons why I want all his music out there is because a lot of it's already leaked online and a lot of it's all incomplete versions, degraded versions, not mixed properly. And there's some that are just one verse and that's it. And it's just scattered out everywhere. Not the whole fan base doesn't know about all these tracks. And there's a lot of people that are making money on all these unreleased songs, whether they're selling to other collectors or just even making the money on YouTube. So one of the benefits of releasing the actual music is you get all the money from the streams, all the money from YouTube revenue and stuff like that. But if you don't have those songs published, you do not make that money. Whoever uploads the song makes money unless there's a sample that has a claim on a YouTube video or something like that, which is very rare with this unreleased music. So one of the benefits of releasing the whole catalog is generating that revenue because you can't generate the revenue on unpublished material. Now, how they go about releasing the music, I think it's kind of weird that they're actually doing a pre-Death Row era greatest hits album because apparently it's going to be a greatest hits album from 1991 to 1994, which you'll get songs like Me Against the World, straight balling from Thug Life and stuff like that would Keep Your Head Up and shit. But we already had that in 1998 on the greatest hits album, and we already had that in 2007 on the Best of Tupac album. So essentially, they're just going to recycle the same songs over and over again. I don't see a real point since not many albums are really sold physically anymore. So you're going to get people that just go to YouTube and Spotify. And if the songs are already on there on the 1998 greatest hits and the Best of Tupac, why are they going to replay these songs that are just a duplicate for this new greatest hits album? So the really only selling point of this whole thing is just those 4 new tracks, which probably they're already found online in degraded quality, like I was saying before.
They're just going to get a remaster.
Yeah.
How do
remaster? They could go in and they could fix errors because sometimes Tupac rapped off bar or his verses went too long and stuff like that. They can easily fix and make the best pristine sound quality possible.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard Tupac rap over a DJ Battle Cat production? Because allegedly that's supposed to
not
be one of the producers of the 4 songs. So I wanted to see if you had heard that, and if not, then what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, there's no actual real song that I know about that he actually recorded with DJ Battle Cat, except for the Temptations remix, which just those vocals were just sent to him, and then he made a remix just like anyone else does. So overall, that Temptation remix is good. So if it's all Battle Cat songs, then I'm all for it. But if it's just Battle Cat just remixing already released tracks or unreleased, I don't really know.
Do you think that'd be a good combination if it is an organic, if they were or are organic songs that aren't just beats slapped over and already recorded?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Battle Cat's beats selection today, but if he can really replicate the 90s, then possibly yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like I said, we're excited to get some more music because again, man, we want to celebrate the people while they're here. Then also some of the people that haven't been here, Tupac, Big L, they have music that's just sitting out there that obviously needs somebody to basically just broker it, almost like somebody did the De La Soul situation where, hey, we're going to basically get it put on the platform, we'll distribute it this way, this is how the money's going to be played out. Do you see more people kind of getting to this situation before? Because we talk about this too, and you're the one that kind of put me up on game on the AI situation. Do you think this is why people are trying to hurry up and get the bag before this AI thing can actually duplicate Jay Kemp, and I don't need to pay him no more?
Well, I also think it goes back to these individuals selling their catalog. So if I'm like the Tupac estate, I would want all his unreleased music out there because I think it will increase the valuation of that catalog that you're going to sell off to any type of business or company, right? Because it's more value in having published records because then they collect royalties on those published records and they can license them for endorsements and commercials and stuff like that. You can't really do that for unreleased records. I just seen recently though that Juice WRLD, his estate sold his catalog like 50% or something like that, and it also included unreleased records, which I'm not really sure why, but maybe they will release more of those music in the future as well. I don't know.
What do you think about what Darren's saying, man, with that? Will that a One Nation remaster ever come out?
Well, see, the One Nation album, Pac did like 16, 17 tracks, and this was around June of 96. So it was after All Eyes on Me sessions, before the Machiavelli sessions, right? And he did like 16, 17 tracks with Boot Camp Click, That's where that Thug Love with Bone Thugs and Harmony was from. That's where that Smile with Scarface is from. So he was going to have an album with Boot Camp Click, Scarface, Spice One, Cocaine, and he also wanted a Roots and Outkast on there as well. But he never got the chance to record those actual songs with those other artists. So it's rumored that we would have seen a second round recording in September or October of '96, but we never got that. And now it's going to be released on his sub label Machiavelli Records, which never got off the ground because he passed away. Now, a lot of the songs like Military Minds and stuff ended up on Better Days. The Let's Fight song got remixed with 50 Cent called Realest Killers, and Tupac had the hook on there, and they totally removed that for 50 Cent. But there's other tracks that are still unreleased, probably like a good 5 or 6 tracks, and they can actually put it out because all the songs that they did release of One Nation, they actually remixed. So they can put out the original versions with the original artists like Greg Nice and stuff like that. So I think it'll be kind of cool to see, because the songs are just found online, and now it's not really up to par with the production of All Eyes on Me. It's more like a gritty East Coast, because you do have the Boot Camp Click heavily involved in that project. I just think it'll be a great just really bringing in one of his last projects that he wanted to life, and it's a shame that he never got to finish it, because he actually wanted to record with all these artists, even Nas on that project as well. Yeah.
Darren, you talking to you rocking with the best, man. Come on, man. Yeah, this dude is the Pac expert. This is why we get him on to talk about Pac.
Absolutely.
But again, when we heard about these 4 tracks coming out, I'm excited because to me it may even sound like maybe another movie's coming out, a film's coming out. They're trying to
that's exactly it. Yeah.
Well.
So I think the whole reason that they may be actually releasing 4 tracks now is because they're going to have that docuseries with Alan Hughes that did Menace to Society and films like that. And that's a whole nother big scandal. I don't think, I feel a different type of way about that series that he's doing, because he actually had a physical altercation with Alan Hughes back on the movie set of Menace to Society, and there was legal trouble there. So I'm not really sure why they brought somebody in that had this turbulent history with Tupac, because it could lead to, a biased storytelling of his actual life. But if it's a good series, if we get 4 good songs out of it, that's a win for the Tupac fans, because we've been waiting for this for the last 15 to 16, 17 years.
No
doubt.
And
what was the album that the anniversary was this week? All Eyes on Me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Strictly was today as well.
So
strictly for my N-words.
Strictly for my ends.
The
question. My sound effect don't work there. But we saw Big Gipp. I sent you some videos on him, man. What's your thoughts about him? First of all, we haven't talked to you since the BillBoard.
Oh yeah,
greatest joint.
I just love posting some memes about Jay-Z.
Yeah, I've been seeing your memes going crazy on Jay-Z being number 1. Obviously, J Camp Bebo P did a crazy list. You did a crazy list. Pac was number 1 on both of those.
And Nas number 2, right?
Right. Why do you feel they have been pushing Pac back a little bit on those number 1 lists? Because Gipp gave a great reasoning on why he should still be number 1.
I think it goes back to what I was talking to you in private about. Jay-Z is still a artist that's alive. So I think BillBoard and maybe the Grammys and stuff more focused on artists that are actually alive that can promote whatever company that they have, whether it's BillBoard or their releases and stuff like that. Because if you have somebody like Beyonce, and I was telling you this, if you have someone like Beyonce that's just going to go for the record of Grammys, that's going to be more views and more publicity for the actual Grammys. So that's why you would want to focus on giving these artists, inflated stats and achievements and shit like that. So I feel, I'm not really sure if Jay-Z paid anybody, but he's probably I guess they figured they'll get more out of him in the long run, but I'm not really sure. Like I said, Nas had 4 classic albums in a row. Jay-Z has done nothing. I don't still know how you put Jay-Z over Nas at all.
It sounds like somebody gave that beat. What people, where the money at, man? Somebody pulled out that bread,
somebody said, "Don't drop this."
Yeah, come on, man. Somebody be in that hot tub with Diddy too. But again,
but back to what you were saying about the Gipp interview with Art of Dialogue, I think Beyonce did kind of like elevate his career a little bit more. I think he's still doing numbers on the charts and stuff like that, but I think it took it to a next level because they could become a power couple. And that's the same thing with like Kanye and Kim Kardashian.
I agree. And to me, I think you even see J. Camp's favorite rapper, Yo Gotti, doing the same thing with Angela Simmons, you know what I'm saying, with the cheeks. You know what I'm saying? So where you get with a classy woman, your street dude, now she can walk you into certain, corporations and to get the bag. I literally just went to McDonald's today. I went to McDonald's to get some nuggets, and I saw Cardi B and Bobby Brown Offset on there with the little meal and bull. So I mean, Offset wouldn't get that without Cardi B. So we understand that you have to have some woman of high standard or stature to get you in these little rooms. So
I mean, all you're gonna have is Kool-Aid colored hair people buying more McDonald's. I mean, that's
you gonna go there? Literally, I just saw both of them kissing and bull when I ordered my nuggets. And shout out to Darren Harry, man, for he's saying $10 holla for Scandalous knowing it.
Appreciate Scandalous, man.
Salute, man. Scandalous always coming in.
Salute to Darren too, all day.
AKA the Tupac
Darren.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, man. So, again, man, appreciate that love, Darren. Always, man. Day One Club, already on the board. You see him down there. Scandalous, man. Before you get out of here, man, what should we be looking forward to, man, on some of this music that's dropping? Are you seeing anything else dropping as well? And also, where can everybody follow you besides you being everywhere?
In regard to Tupac, I'm not really sure if it's actually going to come out this year. They said possibly. So it was news by an unofficial fan page that has a bad history of bullying other creators and threatening them and stealing their pictures and stuff. But I talked to other sources, and it seems like there's a good shot because of that docuseries. But like with me, it's kind of like you guys wasted like 17 years to release material. You had Coachella, which Tupac's songs "To America's Most Wanted" and "Hail Mary" skyrocketed like 20,000%. They could have easily had the hologram do an unreleased song and promote the album. You had the 2017 movie, even though it was trash, it was great marketing and promotion. Then you have the riots, which Changes was on top of the Billboard, and the Greatest Hits was on top of the Billboard over Tekashi and Drake. You could have released a new political song, and there are political songs in the archive of Tupac, from Tupac now that can easily replicate the Changes formula. But I'm not really sure why they would go the route of pre-Death Row. You really just won the rights to Death Row material back 2018 through that settlement, because Death Row actually owed royalties to the estate, which they never paid. So that's why they were awarded all that unreleased material. So that was a win for them. But the more notable version of Tupac is probably Me Against the World and Death Row. So why wouldn't you not go towards the Death Row catalog instead of dipping into the Tupac Now era and Strictly?
Well, the other thing too I can see is Big Gipp gave you the reasons why they may want to keep that stuff locked up. Because if you start basically reminding people how great this dude is, they may forget about little buddy. So again, like I said, Scandalous, man, we appreciate you coming on, giving us that game, man.
Where can people find you, DJ Scandalous? Where can people find you if they want to touch base with you?
You can find me on all platforms, DJ Scandalous, on Instagram, DJ_Scandalous, Twitter as well, Fresh Out Hip Hop, or myrapverse.com. That's where I'm at. And Scandalous Talk page as well.
DJ Scandalous, aka the Tupac Wikipedia, live in effect.
AKA
we had to get him on, man. I was trying to get him on last week, man, to talk about it, but it's good that we got him on this week so we could confirm a few things, man, before we talked about it. So salute.
So
man.
are you guys looking forward to any new tracks from Tupac, or you just don't really care, or you think like it's been remixed to trash so far that you don't really care about it?
Yeah, that's my only concern. Is that some of them have been remixed to the point of I'm like, come on. They using production that I could never hear Pac on. I'm like, come on, bro. It's
because a lot of that Lord of the Game album, I think it was just really Eminem's beats that he was doing for himself in D12, because that running track was actually a D12 track. So I think he just I'm not sure if it was time constraints or he just really wanted to do the album fast, but all the production I think was already pre-made, because if you notice with the album, he really stretched the vocals to make it faster or make it slower to fit those beats instead of building the beats around the vocals. And that's where you get all that distortion with his actual vocal quality.
It starts sounding like my first my first keyboard.
Yeah.
Fisher
Well,
Price, my first.
I think
Right,
the
Fisher
thing of it is,
Price.
man,
From
we
South
got
Africa.
excited. We got excited when we heard Snoop getting Death Row, but then it's like, man, getting your hopes up, man. You know, you got the nice little bitty, like it's like Bebo P
Yeah,
with a
and-
nice little woman in the lobby, and then a Mike Irvin situation happens, man. You just get disappointed, boo.
I think
So-
Death Row is just like a clothing brand and stuff like that, marketing brand, because he hasn't really released any of the unreleased music from Dog Pound or Danny Boy or anybody.
Stop.
Facts, man.
Right.
Hey, salute the Cy in the building, man. The mayor,
South
man,
Africa in the
South
building.
Africa holding it
Yeah.
down, man.
South
Again, like I
Africa
said,
out.
to me,
Yeah.
we want pop music, but we want it mastered. We want it done right. We want it
Yeah.
to
And
come
the
out
way he made
almost
it,
like the
or
Fight
you
Dog
know,
situation.
you
You
Hit
know what I'm
Boy or
saying?
somebody, you know.
The way it
Yeah.
was crafted is how I want it. You know.
Facts. So,
There you have that.
like I said, man, salute the Scandalous coming through.
Salute to DJ Scandalous.
Hold it down, man. We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
Thanks
you
for
guys
rocking
too.
with us.
Yep.
All right, man. See. Peace.
Peace.
man.
Peace.
So, this is the thing. This is what y'all, other than Scandalous that y'all didn't know that was coming on, this is what y'all came in for tonight, man. Besides J Cam and BOP, you know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about Rihanna, man. Okay, J Camp. You was watching the game, you're holding it down. Rihanna comes on with the fake boobs on. The little cover joint. What was your thoughts, man? Cause it looked like a little some G.I. Joe situation going on with Cobra Commander and a whole bunch of little troops and boo. What was your thoughts, man?
She did have a Zartan swag. I kind of wasn't feeling that, but
I don't know. Y'all both got that red. I don't know.
Yeah, you got that red suit.
Yeah.
Okay, so long story short, what was the for performance? Was it mid? Was it dope? What was you thinking?
I feel like it falls in between. Well, it's closer to mid than anything. I mean, it was like Darren said, it was underwhelming. I think for me, when you have too many people on, well, she didn't really have a stage. I don't know what that was. It was like,
floating little.
yeah, it was like
platforms or
I felt
whatever.
like I was watching
Kanye swag.
Barnum and Bailey. You know what I'm saying? It was like going to the circus, man. It was too much, too many like things moving. You know, it was like that Batman, the third Batman of the Tim Burton era, where Robin and his family was.
Oh no, that was that Joel Schumacher. You talking about that Joel Schumacher, ain't you? Don't put that on Burton. It's my Batman.
But I just don't like when there's too many. It's too overwhelming. Like I
Chris
can't
was good.
focus on. I'm trying to
Salute.
focus on her and the performance, and it's too many people draped in white. You know, I don't know if it's men or women. I don't know what's going on. Like it's just too. It's way too much. Like I'm just like, come on. Like, can we get a standard? Like last year's Super Bowl was a standard performance with a backdrop. Can
Yeah.
we get that? Like all this extra, and I get it. You know, she's that type of star where they probably have to give her that. You know, like all the pyrotechnics. Like I want to see MC Hammer if we get in the pyrotech. You know what I'm saying? I want to see like some people out there really getting it in. I couldn't rock with this one. This is too overwhelming.
Well, let's be
my
clear.
eyeball.
They asked her to do the Super Bowl performance in 2019. She didn't want to do it because of Kaepernick and the whole Black Lives Matter situation. This year, it almost felt like Jay kind of pushed her to do it. Pause. It seemed kind of rushed, and we heard she didn't want to do it. Then the like I said, the performance was kind of mid. She had it looked like a whole bunch of sperm around her, a whole bunch of ASAP dusty sperm around her in the performance. So it didn't look like it was put together well. It looked like what's that, Cobra Kai? You know what I'm saying? Like some Cobra Kai type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Karate looked like Karate Bull, Karate Kid Bull. My fart sounded. The songs, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, she got classic records. Let's
She
be
got
clear.
smashers, man.
But
Yeah,
everybody was saying the show was boring. The game was hype. So everybody was like, yo, get this bull out of here so we can finish this game up. And they said it was a waste of bread. Bebo P, what was your thoughts on this performance by Crunchberry, Frankenberry.
Gosh, I would get set up like that.
She did look like one berry in a bowl.
Yeah. That steak and shake situation right on
The
top of
little
that
cherry on the
milkshake.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
Sunday.
God.
Like somebody
Mr.
had
Pro
Sunday.
Knot, what's good? What's going
Not
down?
Mr.
Pro
Pro
Knot,
Knot,
what's
what's
goody?
happening?
What's going on with you?
I think look, Michael Brown said Riri's performance was mid. Let's just keep it a stack. She's not known as a good
Yeah,
performer
spit
anyhow,
bars.
so putting her up there, Prego, was a
Mike
mistake.
put a
You know
bow-
what?
put a bow on it.
And I definitely agree with Mike. And Fresh Out predicted it in
A$AP
stating,
Dusty.
yeah, so much ASAP Dusty. Nah, but Rihanna's strong point, as we predicted, is not her performance. She hasn't really been like solid as a performer just on an overall basis, and like this Super Bowl halftime show just went to prove it. Now, don't get me wrong, I think her dance moves, given that, you know, in her situation, they weren't bad, but they just weren't like, oh my goodness. Her dancers overall, as far as their dance moves, they did pretty good. I think the ASL person killed it, the ASL communicator. And but Riri Sam Smith red Captain Cold snow outfit, along with their dancers, white ones, were just off putting.
What was
You
that
know-
character on G.I. Joe? Bebo Jinx.
Was it Jinx? Yeah, it showed it. I sure was thinking Captain Cold from The Flash, but you took it there. You took it there, Jay Camp. Did he have the shades too?
I mean, this thing, nobody thought, like, nobody was like surprised that, or at least for most men or most black men, we already know Rocky's getting it in. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I mean, we already knew that second baby was coming. You know, a big old head. So
I think that was spoken of and mentioned to some degree more than the entire performance of hers.
yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? She also did lip sync. I don't know if you want to save that for another segment, bro, but
Come on down with the Weezy boots.
she definitely lip synced throughout what appeared to be the entire Super Bowl halftime show. So I don't think that she should have been up there entirely by herself.
Facts.
I think that there should
Especially
have been
being
another
preggo.
performer. Right. One, definitely being pregnant, and two, just in general. I mean, when you saw Beyonce up there not long ago, or you know, last year, 2022 Super Bowl, you had more than one person, and that kind of helped the pace with that helped with the pace of things.
That's what I was.
Beyonce was
yeah,
right
yeah.
there with Bruno Mars, you know, and just so forth. Unless you were like somebody like a
Yeah.
Prince or MJ, which, you know,
Which
I
to
just hope
me,
that she
not,
would've had
to
some
me,
that would've helped.
makes me think, man, that this was rushed. She really didn't want to do it. I think Jay and Rock Nation was like, yo, like, we got the bag, so we got the, you know, green light to do whatever we want.
They also
we gotta
got
get
something else
somebody
green.
on there. You know what
They
I'm
got
saying? We
something
gotta
else
get the
that's green.
green. And let's be clear, she didn't get paid for the joint, but we know the residuals when
yeah,
somebody does a Super Bowl, your uptick on your streaming goes crazy. You know
which
what
it
I'm saying?
did,
crazy.
and it did,
So-
just like with everybody else that does the Super
But the
Bowl.
whole
Sure,
thing is,
right.
I think what Oli's saying is like, you know, they probably had to tone it down a little bit because she was pregnant, and it just, to me, I think she didn't agree to it almost until October and November. You know what I'm saying? So I think they did have to tone it down, but
I just didn't like all them flying stages, man. Like,
yeah, that was
it's,
kind of like
it's all that
spooky.
it's too overwhelming, man, for the eyeballs. Like, just keep it. And too many dancers for my taste too.
Yeah, man. Like, hey, man, if you in Arizona, you can dance. Come on down. You know
Come
what I'm
on
saying?
out.
Yeah, look like a sperm.
Throw a robe on. Come on out.
Yeah, come on, get your keto bull on. Man saying he can't believe Rihanna let somebody like A$AP Rocky breed her twice.
Breed.
breed.
Like she's a pet. Come on, man.
Go in there,
Chia.
Like-
Pet Chia, boo.
Like they got her in a kennel. Come on,
Oh.
man. You said breeder.
Mike Vick swag. I ain't mad at A$AP. I'm shooting the club up too. Mike Brown said he going in doing that. Bye bye.
He said,
bye.
that walk
You know what
off,
I'm saying?
bye-byes, drive-bys,
Yeah,
all
man.
that. Not with the little, look. Wait,
And
I
the-
see that
and the
emoji,
super
little
circle,
karate
dog.
kick.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
I'm not mad at what Mike is saying. I mean, you know, Rihanna She's an exotic
Shout out to that time,
woman
man.
from Barbados. Like,
Yeah,
who,
man.
you know, with an accent. Like, who wouldn't want to?
What's wrong with ASAP Dusty? He's Dusty. Well, the other thing too, man. Let's be clear. Let me put on the coupe real quick. Y'all, hold on.
Go ahead, Iceberg. Do your thing, dog.
Let's be clear. ASAP Rocky had a gun charge last year.
Talked about that too. We did talk about that.
All of a sudden, it goes away. Do you think this might have been Jay saying, "Hey man, do this for me, and I'll make sure ASAP Dusty's cool"?
Nah, that's so much. That's that Bane promise to Catwoman.
Come
I
on,
think.
man.
On The Dark Knight Rises. that flash.
Hey man,
that's that Dark Knight Rises.
This dude got the FBI raided his crib, and this dude's over here wearing a cowboy boot jacket at the Super Bowl. Dude looking like dude look like Whistling Dixie at the Super Bowl. Get your ass out of here with a gun charge.
Oh my darling,
ASAP Dusty. Oh my darling, Rihanna time. Like, come on, man. Like,
getting this baby's in though.
Oh my darling, money. I mean, Rihanna, sweetheart, Valentine.
Shout out to Nickel, man. Only haters say it was boring.
Well, we didn't say we were boring.
We didn't say boring, but I feel what you're saying though. I don't think it was boring. I think it was for what it was. It was dope. And let's be clear, Rihanna is legendary. Let's stop the cap. Nobody's hating on her music per se.
No, she got
at
bangers.
all. She got bangers. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't. I expected. Well, I expect much, but
I think too. Wait, man is saying when dude was
He
wearing,
was wearing a
big
big Christmas tree.
he was dead. I think too, though, when you just came off of an arguably iconic Super Bowl halftime last year, that was really epic. And then, it just, like J Camp said, this wasn't. We're not knocking the performance here all the way. It just wasn't. This didn't top last year. And you anything that you do, you either want to top what it is that was done prior or at least match that in your own way. And this just didn't do it. Go ahead, son.
Bebo. Like, I mean, she could have brought out like T.I. and Jeezy and Jay. Like, to me, that would have made it pretty special. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Ye. You know what I'm saying? She would have brought out.
Hold on. You count on. You can't say that without me playing the coupe joint. Stop. She could have brought out Ye like J.
She would have been trolling had she done that, and I would have been like,
you know the consequences of that though. And which, by the way, she actually performed 2 of the songs that Ye produced. All of the lights and Run This Town.
So Ye got to check like that joint.
Somebody got that shit.
What y'all think about what Mike Brown said down here? He's saying on a serious note that ASAP stopped rapping, or Rocky or Dusty stopped rapping. When was the last time he put out something dope? Dusty was supposed to be at J. Cole, Drake, and Kenny level at one point.
I think the last time I heard him, that I can remember hearing him,
when
was
he
on
showed
that Magic
up an hour
album.
and 15 late.
Yeah.
When he
maybe that too. I was about to say the Magic album.
Late.
I was going to say on that Wave G Words for Nas's Magic.
The Wave. Yeah, and he was actually.
I don't know which one.
He was actually. He actually killed on that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what Mama Bear said too is you can't really expect her to do usual moves. Don't want her to shake someone loose. Facts. But again, if you've been to a Rihanna concert, she don't dance at all. She normally stands there, sings, does her thing, smokes a weed. You know what I'm saying? It goes on. So, parents saying haven't heard Dusty's music since 17, 18. Facts. Rihanna and mine. Come on, man.
Madden going in.
Man going in. Mr. Pro not saying, yo, when Dusty dropping his album. Neverary 7th.
Hey,
Neverary 7th, man.
Neverary 7th.
Neverary.
Never that, never.
Get out of here. But again,
for free 99.
the free 99, February 7th. But this is the other thing too, man. Like the performance was different. I'm not gonna knock the hustle, man, because where my girl at? Nickel came in and said, you know, only haters saying it's born. We're not saying it's born at all. It was just a little mid, looking like a Cobra Commander swag. But I think they're really trying to push Rihanna on to another level because Beyonce's doing her thing. They got her on 30,000 feet. She got the concert with the 40-something cities. It's crazy. But they had her on the cover of that Vogue joint with that baby.
I'm waiting on Iceberg to say it. I'm waiting on Iceberg to say it.
Yeah, I know you had to talk about that baby, but the whole thing, man, is I think Rihanna, they're trying to put her on another level, and I think Rihanna don't even care no more. Real talk. I think Rihanna's got her money. She's got Dusty. She's got Bullwinkle for the kid. She's good. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, Rocky. Hey, Rocky.
Why'd you put rabbit on my hat? So J. Kim's like, man, why I even get on today? Why I even get on with this nigga today?
Oh, gosh.
But the whole thing, man,
it's weird, Mr. Pro Knot. I mean,
yeah, man, you said it. Yeah, that Tina Turner vibes.
Yeah. Wow.
But again, like I said, Rihanna's being like gone. Let's be clear, if you've been following Rihanna, she had the Dubai dude. And then she was ghosted. She left homie after that and was gone for a minute. Then she got with ASAP, had Bullwinkle baby and boo, and she's just been chilling, selling her clothes, doing her thing. So I think they're trying to put her out there, and I think she doesn't want to. What do y'all think in the chat though? Do you think she's wants to be out there? Because she got music in the vault all day long. She's actually selling more clothing than Beyonce. J. Kemp was talking about that last week. So with the whole Ivy situation and Adidas. So I think this performance kind of just shows if it was meant to somebody or boring, it's because she's not really into it. Because again, she's into her Cardi B swag. Hey, I got another kid on the way. I'm trying to start a family, with ASAP Dusty. Let's be clear. Last time we heard from ASAP Dusty, he was late for a show. You know what I'm saying?
Hour and a half late.
Hour and a half late in Smashing Pumpkins or somebody big, some rock star, some rap group. Just they were the headliners. They waited for him to come up there, so he ain't even handling his business.
Peppers?
Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
They waited to show him some love.
Yeah.
So he's not even handling the business money part together. He's just trying to smash and dash.
Yeah, he sure is handling something.
So I mean,
someone. Look at the dichotomy. Miss LB said that she thinks Iceberg is super messy.
At some point,
look, here's the other part. And I think Iceberg's super messy. I'm here for it though. That's how
understood at some point, and we all know who's gonna be the reason for it.
Never. But the whole thing is like, we got love for Rihanna. Rihanna, was one of the middle childs, man. She came out in 2008, did a thing, going crazy, crazy album. I think she dropped 7 albums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. I mean, like platinum all day long. I mean, you gotta respect it.
Man.
Well, let me ask
she's
y'all
talented
this.
too, man. I mean, she's supremely talented.
Oh yeah, she's very talented. But let me ask y'all this: on the screen, or rather, the cover of Vogue, it says Rihanna Reborn.
Again,
what do you
they're
guys
trying to bring that her career back? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Same.
J. Camp, do you think she can come back, J. Camp?
Yeah, she can, man.
Okay.
Yeah, she can.
Awesome.
She's got a crazy fan base. First of all, if you get that Super Bowl slot by yourself, that's elite, man. I mean, very, very few people get that Super Bowl slot by
and
themselves.
your own, and to perform on your own,
and perform on her own, man. I mean,
no other headliners.
Just ridiculous fan base, man.
Bill, what's goody, man?
What's good, Bill? I don't see her falling off like no time soon. Man, Mama Bear, you just Mama Bear said, I can draw something a little better than that.
Iceberg want to say something so bad too.
I can draw. I can get you together on the canvas if you need me to.
I'm waiting on Iceberg to say way back.
This thing, man. I think J Camp set it off
man.
by we gonna do this episode because of De La Soul and plug one.
Plug two.
Plug two.
Yeah.
We gonna just be nice this episode. So.
What he means is Iceberg's gonna be semi nice.
Yeah, because every time y'all get on that child, it turns into a
that child like exactly a monster.
That's exactly what Miss LB saying. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Well, like I said, shout out to Bo Winkle, man.
I'll be looking forward to Saturday morning. Mama Bear.
See, look at this. Look at this.
Now, we gonna get that drawing on
Hey Rocky. Hey Rocky.
Hey morning.
That's something too, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear, which is kind of weird. ASAP Rocky used to smash Drake's baby mama, and now obviously we knew Drake and Rihanna had a thing. Chris Brown and her had a lot of things. I wonder what do you think they feel about this situation? Seeing her perform on the biggest stage ever, man. Having ASAP Dusty with two kids, you know, like man said, breeding her and bull. What do you think they think, man? Are you happy for your ex when they blow up, man, without you? Like, and they got ASAP Dusty?
J Camp's hurt off that breed still.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Brown is happy for her though. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Brown is happy for her. You know, it's been a lot of time. Wow. 700 Club? No. No. And you know that, and you already know what he's getting that off of that De La. No, I ain't gonna repeat that. I can't even do it.
Y'all be on that baby, man. Like
it's Iceberg's fault. He started this. I ain't talking about tonight. I'm talking about the first time. I'm talking about the first time.
We need to see it, Mama Bear, in like a Spider-Man outfit or something.
Yeah, we hanging upside down in bull. Rihanna, yeah, the little ass CD era artist. Yeah, man, facts.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Michael Brown, man. Let's be clear. If y'all don't understand, young Chris got his career deleted because of Rihanna. Y'all can just Google young Chris and Rihanna, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. But again, like I said,
it'll let you know what Iceberg be doing all day. Looking to see who's failed in life. Ain't that what haters do, y'all? They be
man. It's called an investigative reporting.
Iceberg over here sound like a Jizza song from Liquid Swords.
But again, man, shout out to Rihanna, man. Yeah, we got a dip too, man. We've been in here for almost 2. Salute Mr. Pronot, man. We appreciate you always sliding through, man. You know how it goes down. Madden saying if you be on some, it's never a right time to say goodbye. No air, no air. Oh man, you going in. So Chris Brown and his management got in trouble too. They did?
Yeah, but we'll save that for another episode.
Oh man, I ain't heard that one. Miss Lisa saying good night too. Yeah.
Good night,
any shout outs, man, before we get out of here? BOP and J Camp.
You got a J Camp. Set it off, son.
Yeah, man. Salute to the chat as always, man. Y'all just be going in. It's always one individual that y'all just pick on every week. And then y'all get this man Iceberg on a roll. But I'm just glad we didn't get no light skin seal bull-ish going on.
Look, the show's not over yet either. The show is not over.
We can't handle none of that. You know, look, Eddie got
the Iceberg itching to say kiss from a rose, baby. See, there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Go ahead, J. Kim.
No, man. You know, I just got a big salute. Big salute to the chat, man, for continuing
Facts,
to
man.
Salute to
hold it
y'all.
down.
Salute,
Make sure y'all
man.
hit
Y'all
that
hold it
like
down
and
tonight.
subscribe. Tell your friends. We
Yeah.
almost at that 2,000. Well, I appreciate
Salute,
you,
Oli.
Oli.
Appreciate you.
Good looking
so
out
much.
as always,
Yeah.
man. Good looking out.
B-Bo, take us home, man.
Night, Miss
Yeah.
LB.
Yeah.
Night, Miss LB, aka Victorious. Shh, don't tell nobody. Shh. Nah, and nah, Iceberg. Nah, Iceberg.
in
Not with
private.
the still shot version. Nope.
Miss
And
Lisa.
no, and no, and no to you too, Lisa. No, not at the forehead. See, look what Iceberg done started. Iceberg done started something.
Right.
No, good night to you.
Started.
Right. No,
Salute
good
the
night to
dark
y'all.
man.
We appreciate y'all for rocking with us for a couple of hours tonight. Definitely continue to be safe out there. If you're available, rock with us this coming Saturday, where we always review some new music as well as just ongoing music news, just anything that's going on that's affecting the culture.
Yep.
If you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button. And it's not too late to donate to the cause, Cash App or the super chats. If you that's about it.
Hey, man, another great show.
No, stop.
Wednesday. We'll see you guys Saturday, man, again. Appreciate you guys rocking through, man. Hey, man, we last minute on this show, man, but we came through, man. DJ Scandalous, man, J Camp, B-Bo P, LB the Podfather, man. We out, man. Another great show, man.
Peace. Much love.
Peace.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast. B-Bo P's in the building. What's good?
It was going bar for bar.
Shouts out to the fans, man.